The Real Jail Experiment, Part 8 of 8. Decision Day. The pod has been living unlocked for 6 weeks. 6 weeks of testing, failing, rising, falling, fighting, reconciling. 6 weeks of carrying the weight of freedom inside a cage. And now comes the question no one can escape. Did it work? The deputies wait. Sheriff Higgins waits. The whole jail system waits. Because the answer here won't just shape one pod. It will shape the future of the entire facility. And in a way, it speaks for every lockdown system in America. The inmates know it too. Decision Day isn't just about whether the doors stay open. It's about whether they themselves have changed. Because here's the thing, you can open a cell, but if the mind stays closed, you're still in 23-1. You can give a man the chance to govern himself, but if he's still ruled by fear, the keys don't matter. Decision Day is bigger than locks and schedules. It's about whether a group of men, branded as criminals, can prove they are more than their charges. And that's the gamble Sheriff Higgins made. He staked his name, his office, his reputation, on the belief that people can rise when given trust instead of chains. And the pod? They know what's on the line. They've tasted freedom. They've argued, fought, stumbled, laughed, cried, and carried each other. They've been their own worst enemies and their own best allies. And now the question sits heavy in the air. Do the doors stay open? Or do they slam shut forever? Some men speak with pride. They say, look what we did. We held it together. We proved them wrong. Others are more cautious. They admit the cracks, the fights, the contraband, the ego battles. They know the deputies saw it too. But here's what nobody can deny. This pod ran smoother than it did under lock and key. The violence dropped. The pod was cleaner. Men who never worked together learned to share space, share time, share responsibility. That's not nothing. That's everything. Because the system says you have to control men to keep them safe. But this pod proved the opposite. They were safer when they controlled themselves. They were safer when they were trusted. They were safer when they were treated like human beings, not just numbers. Decision Day is the verdict on all of that. And when the sheriff delivers his words, you can feel the air shift. This wasn't perfect. There were failures, temptations, mistakes. But it was progress. And progress in a place like this, that's revolutionary. The sheriff sees it. The deputies see it. And the men feel it in their bones. Because once you've been unlocked, you can't unlearn it. You can't go back to the same silence, the same walls, the same 23-1. Not without remembering the taste of freedom. Decision Day is more than a program evaluation. It's the recognition that people change when they're given space to change. That trust is a better teacher than fear. That love, even in a jail pod, will always expose itself if given the chance. And that's the bang, mighty companion. Not fireworks. Not riots. Not drama for the cameras. The bang is this. Men who were written off as hopeless proved that hope still lives behind bars. The bang is this. Freedom is not given, it's revealed. The bang is this. Once a door has been opened in the mind, it can never truly be locked again. And so the real jail experiment closes where it began. With a simple question echoing in every cell. Are you defined by your sentence or by the choice to be free, even here? The doors may close again, but the mind has already been unlocked. And that's the verdict. That's Decision Day.